it on. Know you wish you were my leave. I cheat up the river with you dance. Tearing down the barrel of his gun. Yes, he shot me down. I died and someone brought me back to life, but never to my senses. Bounce on that shit, can't dance. Bounce on that shit, can't.
Good morning. Trying to wait till everybody else come in because I want to ask. I know everybody else said about last night and how they really felt and what their process of their minds are. But I do want to say this because I woke up and I noticed that I would gain followers on something else and then lose the followers because of what's going on. I'm going to say this, and I hope everybody is okay mentally. I know it's a lot to process, but with all of this going on, but I'm going to say this won't be a long live because I do have other content. I'm kind of waiting on some news right now. I just read some disheartening news. I'm not sure if this the person I was thinking about that's on social media, but she was battling cancer. I'm not sure if this social media person did go on to glory after she said she made, peace with it. But I'll come back with that. I'm not going to be a little long. I'm a little hurt a little. But I want to say this. I don't have nothing to do with what's going on. I'm supporting everybody because of the relationships I build and conversations I have had. I've said before, I will support, watch replays of everyone because of that. No, I'm not finna jump in it, pick sides. I'm not doing that. I don't. There are things that I want to do, and I want to keep the same people that supported me with that. I want y'all to stay because I want y'all to take a ride with me. If you don't, that's fine. I've been trying to support everyone watching their videos. I even give a like and a hype. And regardless of what's being said, I do my best. I have been neutral. I try to come in the comments. Lately, I've been trying to get content ready for everybody because what we're going to talk about today, and I'm not changing my thumbnail again for the next one at 2 o'clock, which is just going to be the same. So I've been trying to get information because I know a lot of y'all travel for work and I'm trying to get out this right information that they're trying to charge your ass $45 if you don't have an ID. Okay. And I want you to understand what they're doing. Hey, I've been trying to keep it, not trying to get the information because now they want to know your information and pay you if you don't got an ID to make sure you can travel. I'm trying to get that out there. I'm trying to get this out there about things that's going on and happening that you need to pay attention to. On top of that, because I know it's very, very dreadful, I've been trying to keep up with celebrity stuff, trying to find some new crime stuff because I was thinking about doing Romika in the Holly situation, what happened, but I thought, you know what, I don't want to really give my think piece, not because of disagreeing, but because of the fact is that listen, as a person, I told y'all, if y'all been watching my spiritual videos, I try not to touch so much on it. I touch it, but then I don't because I'm going to say this. After listening to the Upper Live, a whole things of thoughts, of scenarios of what could have happened, and I'm gonna touch it later. I gotta get my thoughts straight. Hey Terry, but I am supporting I don't have a problem with anyone. I want them to fix it. Yes, I'm not gonna go in and do all of that. And I've seen a lot of people feeling like, well, maybe because no, you don't have to. You can stay here if you would like. I have a lot of content I'm trying to cover. Yeah, y'all see thank you, Terry. Y'all see my mommy content. And I want to say this because y'all going to be like, well, I'm not arguing with nobody. I'm breaking it down, but I'm going to tell you something. Let me explain to y'all why me and this mommy content creator have issues. A while back, going on a year ago, this winter, around February, beginning of the year, she has 3 dark-skinned children. One is a boy. And she says something about police brutality in Black men. I went into her comments. I didn't tell nobody. I DM'd her and I said, listen, as a Black woman that has a Black son, just like you, please be mindful of what you say because you are raising Black children. She told me I was jealous and she don't give a fuck. I said, it's fine. Because she whatever she like, whatever, okay? Y'all want somebody that's like Brianna? There you go. That's her. So I addressed her. Next thing I know, she brings it up to social media because she was mad at her ex-husband and him marrying, and coming to find out, because she didn't know that he was married. Nobody told. We knew. She didn't know he married the woman that helps take care of his children. So we brought it to the forefront and said, yeah, because the man is married, like, that's over, you know? She got upset. She started rage baiting. This has been going on from February to June, July. She came out and talked about being homeless. I said, I don't believe that. And I know what it's like. And I didn't believe she was pregnant then. She tried to go viral on TikTok. A lot of the women that I follow who have certain contents and have breakage down of things for women not to put themselves in certain situations. Yeah, I told one girl and I told her the full story. She blocked me. I said, listen, don't give her any this and that. I broke it down and everything. So that content creator blocked me. I said, okay. I went. Guess what she's doing? Rage baiting again. She supposed to have been her friend in jail over a lot and didn't show up and left. She did a lot of shit. And she's been doing a lot. And I said, I'm not going to say, but then I got on her. I did. See, the reason why she came at me and said all that, she knew who I was. Let's not be surprised. She knew who I was. So the rage baiting fit her narrative. She knew what I talked about. She seen my TikTok. Same things I talk about on TikTok, I talk about on here. So y'all see that is not, oh, I'm jumping on her. Hell no, I ain't bullying her. She has called Black women and Black babies monkeys. I'm Black. Oh, you Black bitches. You don't look. She said a lot of shit. She said a lot of shit. Oh, I look better. Oh, I'm this and that. So when y'all see that, me and her, it's not what y'all think it is. It's because you rage bait the fuck. And I let you, but now you trying to go deep into, oh, them bitches over there, them bitches over there. And I'm not finna be too many of your bitches over there. So that's why I say I'm staying neutral, because I understand everybody's situation. Second of all, I know how YouTube works. I know how it works. Have I been posted for a while? No, but have I been here since the beginning? And I watched certain content creators who came friends, not friends. Yeah, I've seen it. I've been around the block. This is not new. I'm staying neutral. So that doesn't mean that you can't come here. That don't mean you're going to see me. No, I'm not. I go in there, I tell everybody to calm down. I tell everybody to calm down because right now, I'm thinking about people's health. I don't want nobody. I understand people upset and tired and this and that, but health-wise, with the climate we in and the research I've been doing and break it down, I want everybody to stay calm, do their best, because these doctors, if they're not Black, they don't care. You're a chick. I'm just going to be honest. If they not a white caring doctor, they don't care. If they not a Hispanic caring, they don't care. Okay. It's about a check right now in the climate we in, and you have to be mindful. I am going to do some videos on my live at 2. I will be doing some political videos. I will be doing a breakdown of Tamar Braxton fucking down even in DC, and how Sabrina, I gotta talk about her. I'm so sick of her. Jumped her tail in this shit. So y'all be aware. It's gonna be a nice live this evening. But I'm not gonna do all that. I want if you want to stay. I want to take this to a new level. I have some ideas that I want to do. I do want to interview people. I want to transition to, some of the people we watch on TV shows to interview and talk about situations. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to bring people over here to do that. So I want to upgrade my channel a lot more. Yes, I'm going to do more crime. Y'all not going to see enough of that. I'm just trying to get some more information on that. So the midst of me supporting people and doing that, it's a lot. I have no problems with nobody. Do I agree with everything? No. Am I disagreeing? Yes. But I can't tell people how to feel. I do not police people how they feel because I know what that's like. And I had people police my feelings and how I should feel and handle things at a young age. So listen, me going to therapy and learning things and I had to learn that. I had to learn because growing up, you try to police my feelings. It was just a punch in the face. It was just what it was. I was always going to be, okay, if you back me up, I feel like we had to fight. But then I learned to handle it a different way. Don't feel like you can't come over here and can't support. Don't feel like you can't come over here. Oh, she'll just be over there. That's not what that is. I try to be in everybody's chat. I try to stay neutral and let y'all know that, listen, come on. Let's not yell at each other. We ain't going to get nowhere. Do I hate this going on? You damn right. You damn freaking right. I'm trying to... Fuck it. I'm trying to figure out how everybody cool, we're great. And all of a sudden, what the hell? It's like Hurricane Katrina came in and knocked the shit down. I feel like we back in 2005. But it's playing out the way it is. And this is just on the internet. But I have to understand to y'all, this is there are full moons going around. We just left Mercury retrograde, y'all. Relax. we're dusty. Let me tell you what I think is going on. There are some things that haven't been addressed that still has some residue that hasn't been cleaned out. I know it's a lot. Let the residue be clean. It is when you, how can I say it? There are certain situations that has some, let's say, you can argue with somebody today, y'all cool, right? But there's still some underlying residue because you didn't get to the bottom. And I should have did a thing on Mercury retrograde and how we had all these planets retrograde because if y'all into it, but if you pay attention what's going on and how we don't went to something and now we have come back in alignment to pay attention. This is with your household, your finances, friendships, family, political. Yeah, it's a 9-year, right. And we now have to go through that residue and pay attention. I ain't gonna lie, I got mad when I heard Christians say, yeah, God picked Trump. Let me tell y'all something. I was like, what the hell you mean? But then when I sit down and think, Trump wasn't picked because he was like, Trump was picked because we need to pay attention to what is being chosen and how things are going. We gotta so many people said that Kamala was evil, and I'm like, no, she wasn't. But let's be clear. Look at what he's doing and how we have sat here so many times and accepted it and dealt with it. I want y'all to pay attention this whole year, and I have said it time and time again, even when I'm on the phone with my friends. Pay attention to what's going on in these alignments, because what you did not fix when you were supposed to fix it has come back into play. I don't know why, but next year, I'm warning y'all now. I keep telling y'all when I do my videos, the revolution would not be televised. This shit finna go crazy by 2026 because you already trying to charge people who are working class, not just taxes, high groceries, and $45 motherfucking dollars if they forgot their passport or their ID, and you can't go through and analyze information on them. You heard what I said. Analyze information because they're like, oh, we want to see if you're safe. My sister has a known last name. You want me to tell you what my sister's last name is? Shabazz. You want to know who last name that is? Look it up. Y'all gonna be like, huh? Have I asked was they related? We still don't know. But the last name, my sister has not been checked. My sister's last name is on a list because of related to somebody else's last name. And that's Malcolm X's last name. So imagine my sister like, I'm not flying no plane. They're not going to stop me because of my name. No, because it's going to be hell. No, we will drive. We don't care. We'll take that drive. No, ma'am. Because I know the climate we're in. It's so much that y'all got to understand. I know we see people on play. We still have residue of things that got to be fixed with a lot of things. A lot of things, y'all. A lot of things, y'all. And I said, I'm like, why everybody? But then when I sit here, now that I'm neutral, I'm like, oh, there were some things that just were not. And then when I hear everybody say they side about what somebody did a long time ago, this and that, it's the residue. It's the residue. And will they come back? I don't know. We have to give that time. But we can't sit here and downplay everybody and their feelings. Let it cease. Let it cool. Let it do what it do. And give them time. There's a lot of cleaning that got to be done. There's a lot of residue. You got to make sure it's clean. We don't know where it might lead. We don't know what, let it clean. It's a lot. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of targeting. It's a lot of stuff. And if you pay attention, it's a lot of things. It's not even got to do with social media. I want y'all to go look at some of the stuff. And I know y'all don't like to watch the news. Y'all like, it's suppressing. The people I told y'all to go follow, go look at their stuff and how that residue has started, where now we're looking at things without rose-colored glasses. No matter what the situation is, the glasses are off and the veil is lifted. I told y'all a while back, the veil is coming off. People you thought, yes, it'll come out in the rinse. And people you thought, oh, they for us. No, y'all, let me tell y'all something. Talking about what's going on politically, good morning, and what this climate is, I've been telling y'all. And I said this before. I even had people that's new came in and agreed. I don't know what the hell happened when that plantation burned down. But baby, ever since the plantation burned down, it's been a turn up. Completely. It's been a turn up. It's about to get real. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this, because I'm gonna do my political talk later. You keep targeting Black folks, you keep pushing Black folks, and you keep asking that y'all want to keep bothering us and keep pushing us, you're gonna get what you want. We're not gonna say we not our ancestors, but don't forget, because I'm telling you, you're gonna be mad. I want to do, I'm going to try to do this week, because I was listening to one of my friends on Facebook. He was like, why don't Black people just open up a Wall Street again? And I agree. And I do want to talk about Black-owned banks. I think it is some, y'all. And how I feel like the Black people, they keep poking the bear. Black people are getting ready to form their own communities and businesses again. So I'm going to do a segment on that this week, because I think that's where we're headed and where we need to head. We cannot keep supporting these big companies who say F us. And then you have the Black companies who are trying to they're becoming major, and then they want to buy their products and switch it up, or a lot of them are not doing that no more. So I think we're getting ready to open up our own thing for us, Black and brown communities. And I'm going to do a history on, because I know they're not teaching it no more, about Hawaii. And a lot of people did not know how Hawaii became part of the United States, part in Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, Guam. Yeah, y'all gonna be surprised. and um why they're trying to take over. Hey, why they trying to take over your black countries that you can survive in without being here in America. They want you to come home. I'm gonna do that this week. Y'all gonna be surprised. You just take it off. Take it off. So that's what I'm saying. I would love for y'all to stay. I know it's a lot going on. No, I'm not part of that. I want y'all to stay because there's a lot I want y'all to know. And the way things are going, to pay attention to. I've been doing a lot, and let me tell y'all something, between TikTok and Instagram, let your kids keep it. Why? Because they're not teaching Black history in history school no more. Let your kids keep it. Let them keep it because they're learning true things. I am gonna do one this week when I find out that this was never America. I want to start that off. Okay. Right. It's saving it. Yes. This America was never America. I told I was on another content creator panel, and I said how Manna Musa Friend found America. Yes, yes, I agree. I'm gonna do a thing about how it was found and how that man that they try to give a day to who lied. And my son taught me about how the Christopher Columbus. My son was in kindergarten. Shout out to Atlanta. They can say what you want to say about Atlanta schools, but when it comes to history, they're gonna tell you. My son we was in Atlanta time, he was in kindergarten. That boy came home, him and my niece had a conversation. I was just listening. And they lied about Christopher Columbus. Imagine 5 and 6 year olds. He was like, yeah. My teacher told me that was a lie. Yeah, they told us it was a lie. Yeah. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Oh, we just talking about because we found out he didn't discover nothing. I said, well, who did say it was an African man? It was never named America. And I said, huh? They say, yeah, you guys been lied to all your life. I said, wait a minute. They were 5 and 6. And I'm sitting here like looking at them like, what the hell did you just say? I say, don't say lie, say story. I grew up in Florida. They don't teach you that like that in certain schools. I didn't get taught a little bit of it, and my history teacher didn't want to do full exposure because, like he said, he did not want parents. Right. He did not want parents to come to him and it be a problem. So he taught us a little, but he also said for us to look it up ourselves. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to go look, because we had this conversation, but we really didn't. I don't know if he had this conversation about it, and I probably wasn't there because I was sick at the time. I had the flu. I'll never forget that stomach flu. But I'll never forget my stomach flus. Trust me, I feel like I'm dying. But I went and looked it up. I said, oh my God. Yeah. This was never called America. I'm going to do a whole thing on that. People are waking up to the King James Version Bible. I'm going to share it. Another content creator who talked about him. And I know a lot of y'all got the King James, but that is one of the Bibles that they're touching and not supposed to. It's a lot to go with that. I want to do it as a membership. I'm going to try it on here first. But if it don't work, I'm telling y'all, I'm going to do a Patreon. I might do it $1 or $2. If I have to move back to Patreon, I will. Because what I'm not going to do is allow y'all and y'all kids to be taught with bull crap, like none of this stuff exists, and be like, I can't do it. It don't sit right with me. Especially our Black children, our brown children, our Polynesian kids. And I have some followers from there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't let y'all. Yeah, they trying to rewrite it. When I went back home, and this is why me and DeSantis got a problem. I don't give a damn if you don't know me, but nigga, we got a problem. I don't like you. For you to rewrite history, say everybody was a slave and try to make it what they're trying to do, if you haven't paid attention, Y'all know in the British times there were slaves, but they weren't all black, and it was people that had money. Certain parts in the UK, it was money you had to have or born into, and if you wasn't, you was workers and that. They're trying to make it like that because they don't want them to know the truth. But to be honest with you, it goes deeper than that, and it's things that the UK don't want them to talk about, racial things, because they know when you come here, you can deep dive into what they have done. And I had an argument with someone in the UK about their Queen Elizabeth. And they got mad at me and cussed me out and told me it was rubbish. I said, baby, why don't you just come to America? You have more access to the truth. Why y'all think they treated Meghan Markle and her mother like they did? She couldn't talk about it. You're not so they don't want them to talk about those issues over there. You'll be surprised. There be black children missing over there. They don't say nothing. Why you think Prince Harry said what he said? Prince died. Like they moved, they left, but he's back home. So I don't know. He might change it, y'all. I'm just telling you. He might put a change into it because now his dad is over and his dad is sick. His brother tried to stay neutral. He tried not to say much. But then let's be clear too. There's a lot going on with that. Pay attention. Yeah, they say we were all slaves. That wasn't true. And I'm gonna be honest. I looked into my ancestry and I seen pictures that my great grandma had. And when I looked at some of those pictures, good morning, around the slave days, I think one of my great grandparents wasn't a slave. He wasn't a slave. I try to find more on my great grandmother, but I haven't because my mom was like, oh, yeah, they are the real savages. My auntie was like, well, they came from New York. But I'm trying to figure out, most people, if y'all remember back then, most people who come from different countries, I was like, well, was it because she was, and this is my mom's mom, not my grandparent, because I know my okay, let me break it down. I don't know. This was my great grandmother, which is my grandfather's mother, but on my great grandfather's side, she was Indian and lived till like she was 100 or some years old, but she was a slave. Now, my great grandmother, when I looked at her stuff and her parents, they stayed in houses, but they weren't. Then when I try to find something about my grandmother and I get to my great grandmother and about her lineage, I don't see anything. Now, I know what part of New York they from, but I've been asking like where they from, who their parents are. But then when I go look for it in the database of the censorship, I don't see nothing. And it's two things why you don't. Either they never got in time to be counted, or they weren't originally from here. So I'm trying to deep dive and find out. Because in the Indian tribe that one of my great grandparents from, I find out that most of them was shipping them over to like the islands over there. Some would stay and they'll ship them across the water over there. So I'm still digging deep into my stuff, very deep, but I still can't find anything. I mean, I know what she looked like. I know my mom's mother, her mother had a boutique where she was a black woman. She had a clothing boutique. She sold, she do all that stuff. People come to her. That's all I know of her. I knew that she got married and moved here, and they moved from New York to here, but I still don't know the beginning of everything. So I'm still searching. I'm gonna see how I can find that out. I might have to deep dive when I go back home. But yeah, y'all, let me hurry up and end this because I gotta wash my hair for tomorrow. But yeah, I want to say just come over here, stay over here. There's a lot of topics going on. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of celebrity gossip. And I think that's what it is too, why I can't find her family. I don't know if I gotta listen. If I gotta take a trip to Buffalo, I will. If I gotta go deep dive, I will. I don't care. I want to know. I want to know everything about my lineage. I do. Because guess what? I got a 15-year-old. I want him to know about me too, you know? So it's easy to get, they didn't care. It was easy to get lost. But yeah, I'm not in it, y'all. I'm neutral. Y'all good to come over here. We can talk about a lot of things. I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot mentally. Just breathe, relax, release. It's gonna be all right. I'll be back around 2. Did I do 2:15? We gonna child. We got a long laugh, so Funky Dineva cussing out we're telling Tamar business that we gonna talk about it because I've been said that. I love Tamar, but I've been said that the chemistry. We're gonna talk about that. we gonna Chad, we gonna go in there. We're gonna talk about Sabrina Peterson, how she wanna jump in and call Funky Dineva out. First, let's send our prayers to Funky Dineva because he's supposed to be battling stage 1 colon cancer. So we'll send our prayers to him. But we're gonna talk about Peach and Anna Riley in the hair because I got something I want to say to the stylist. Don't get mad at me. I deal with real stylists. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to talk about scamming moms later. I talk about a lot of stuff over here than that. I got some political information. Whoo, child. Just be prepared for the worshiping of a president. Ugh. The Lord have mercy. With Cornell West was there, and one of his students who is now known. I'm not gonna say her name till we get onto that topic because she taught her well. Shout out to Dr. Cornell West. We're gonna talk about Bernie Sanders and hey Lyric and the governor, mayor of New York and how they're protesting Starbucks and they're fighting for Starbucks workers. Babe, we got a lot to discuss. Who else? I talked about Tide yesterday, y'all. It's gonna get nasty. Prepare yourself. Oh, the game saying free R. Kelly and Diddy. Yeah, the game. The new baby daddy, the new daddy to a baby. I'm not surprised. I tell you why. I'm not shook. B. Simone saying she'll take the $10 million versus having a talk with Jesus. we Child, she said, I'll take the money. I mean, I love Jesus, but yeah. What? Oh shoot. Well, we could add Michael Jordan suing NASCAR. And we're gonna get into deep dive how Trump is setting Republicans to fall along with him because he don't want to fall by himself. And we're gonna talk about Nigeria. Before I leave, because I am gonna say this again, y'all gonna hear me say this twice. To the folks that told me I lied, to you Nigerian Americans that was on Threads and Instagram sending me stuff telling me I lied and Trump is the best man and da-da-da, and some of y'all said I was lying about your country. I want an apology. Because there was a plethora of Nigerians who was like, no, you're not lying with the propaganda. News flash. Trinidad is starting having to have a new propaganda because they have allowed that man to come over there. Venezuela. So I keep telling y'all, he wants to be king of the world. He wants to be king. I don't know what kind of child daddy syndrome, kid syndrome this man has that be holding his hand. And y'all really think, my sister was like, he gonna outlive everybody. He's so evil. No, baby. I don't know. Should I say it? And hell, they'll decode it. Keep playing with them folks that do practices and you win stupid prize. Allegedly. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I have said it. And they said, yes, you no lie. And I say, okay, don't talk no more. I say, shh, mind my business. Me mind my business. I know who to go to when I'm sick, if anything. Mind my business. Okay. So I'll be back. I'm gonna do plan this week. I know tomorrow I have something to do. So I'm gonna try to do one of them in the morning. But Thursday and Friday, we're gonna do some deep dives. Gonna talk about the Bible, the propaganda, and how this been started. How they took certain countries and made it the U.S. They stole it. Puerto Rico, wanted to become the U.S. for a certain reason, and we're gonna get into that. From what I understood, Hawaii did not. Hawaii was its own island. Hawaii wasn't supposed to be part of the United States. And we're going to get into why and what they did to that darn lady was effed up. That was messed up. That was messed up. When y'all find out what they did to her to force Hawaii, y'all going to be mad. It was something else. It's just a lot of stuff I want y'all to pay attention to, how it's starting to repeat itself. So y'all, let me go ahead and go wash my hair for tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow. I think I might drop. Do I want to talk? I don't know if I want to talk about that mama tomorrow. We're going to find some other mamas to talk about it. Yeah. No, I don't want to watch jazz. Chrissy came out. We're going to talk about what Chrissy came out with whole face glam hair talking about her doctor husband. Lord Jesus, we going to talk about. Hey, Joanne, we going to talk about Chrissy. We going to add her to the Bobby content. I say, Chrissy, girl, you putting the wig on? What you doing? But we're gonna talk about that. We got a lot to discuss. There's a lot going on. And I'm February, we gonna talk about it. I might no, I am. I'm finna get my content gear for February. And I know I'm supposed to do it last February, but everything didn't pan out how I wanted. This time I can do it. Well, I was gonna say last, we're going to 2026. We have 30 days. I'm gonna talk about, we're gonna do some Black history deep dives. I'm gonna do that. I did the Halloween thing, the creepy stories. I'm gonna make a thing for my Black history deep dive. Yeah. I do got a creepy story time I want to tell y'all. The reason, okay, I'm gonna say this before I go. I don't want to touch on that story too much because I don't want to talk about it. Cause I'm clairvoyant. I don't like, and I've noticed I've been cleaning my body from all the toxic foods and stuff I like to eating out, and it's more home cooked, that it has heightened. I'm gonna say this: don't think somebody will upset about nobody sleeping good at night. They're not. Oh, they're not. I got confirmation 2.0 from what I saw last night and yesterday evening. That girl ain't sleeping. Let me drink my coffee. I know you scared. Yeah, I did creepy Halloween stories, but I think I might continue because it's not gonna be creepy. I'm gonna call it something else because and what somebody said is true. Like I told y'all before, I was a veil baby. So I see things, I hear things, and my mom used to think I was tripping. I'd rather for the unalive to come talk to me in my sleep. Please don't come talk to me, Walker. I don't do that. I got a friend who does the same thing. She say, I see it. I just sit there. I say, how do you deal with that? She said, girl. I say, I can't do that. You got to sit down on my bed and talk to me. Please don't come talk to me like that. Because I closed my door so motherfucking quick. What I saw, my wall, nobody can listen. That's all I'm going to say. Time is ticking. Get ready. Prepare yourself. You need to fix you a plan because your time. Mm-mm. I'm not gonna touch on that right now. I'll touch on that story with them two ladies next week. But what I saw, who I don't even want to. Girl, I'm about to cry. I don't want to talk about it. It scared the shit out of me, bro. But I will be doing. I'm telling y'all now. Y'all are going to see things if you are that. I will, Black and Bougie, I will bring it out the vault, and that's what I want to talk about because I know a lot of people on here go to church. They like, no, that's not the, no, it's not. And that's why I'm trying to find my lineage because listen, this has been happening to me since I was a child. And when I heard that my grandmother, may she rest in peace, would have dreams and things like that, and she was in the church, I knew then. And I want to break down what it's like to be a veil baby because I was born with the veil. And my mama told me, she was like, yeah, you one of them people. And I was like, what? She said, yeah, why you say that? I say, so that's why. She said, what do you mean? I never forget my cousin told me my grandma used, I never met, now remind you, I never met my mom in a, never. Now I met my grandmother who I've grown up to know because I thought that was her mama, right? I didn't know until I got older, but I never met her. Y'all, my cousin seen my grandma try to come talk to me more than once. See, okay, so you can have a conversation. My cousin, my grandma, she said my grandma turned that light on and off. My mama, it was pointing at me. My cousin say she ran out the room and left me. I felt the bed sink down and I felt somebody rub my hair and tell me it's gonna be all right. I thought it was her or my grandma. It was my cousin or my grandma. Because my granddaddy married 3 times. His the first marriage, I'll talk about that later. Second one, my mom's mom, she passed, and then he got remarried again. So I woke up and I say, Grandma, did you? She say, no, baby. So my cousin was, so I went and slept in the living room. So my cousin told my granddaddy and my grandma, who he was now then married to, you know what my grandma said? She said, yeah, baby, she here sometimes. I looked at her. She said, yeah. She said, she's here when you here. I said, what you mean? She was like, it's okay, baby. The dead don't hurt. The dead don't hurt. I'm going to tell my experiences on here. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I might do it Friday. No, I'm going to do it Friday. I'm going to tell my messages and things, how I knew what I knew and things that I see, and how my sister dad came to me after he passed. And we had he was mad. We gonna talk. I've seen a lot of things. I just don't sit there. So when I listen to people and I say it's too much or I soak too much of the neck, like, oh my God, and I feel them tensions from people, it's not because, oh, you could, no, I sense, I don't like it. That's why I'll be like, I try to support and then I move on because I know it can just get, no. So I try to stay away from telling people that. But no, and then I said, and I'm gonna tell it because I follow this one lady. Zoe Chronicles. She's a veil baby. See hers, she see it. I don't want to see it. Girl, you don't want it. You don't want it, Black and Bougie. You don't want it. That's one. Let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you. I'll be hearing people, I want to see it, girls. I want to. No, you don't. Here is the thing. Some of them ghosts are them things that we be seeing on TV. Some of them are not real. Some are. Some are not ghosts. Some are not people who linger. Some are not people who linger. Most of them spirits are people who have a debt. This is why I don't eat everybody food. This is why I don't let everybody touch me. This is why when I go out to eat, my body will spit it out. I regularly spit out. I had a burger one time. And it was mushy. And I'm like, I don't trust it. I said, but I'm going to buy it because I brought it. Girl, I spit that thing out so quick. My body rejected it. It was like something say, spit it out. And I spit it out. So some say, look again. That shit had been sitting there. Baby, I threw that shit away and got my money back. For just that. I wasn't playing. Girl, listen, Black and Bougie, I'm telling you, there's one. I think my son got it too. He just don't say nothing because my son don't never sleep with his. They got a projector, and they got projectors that they use to watch TV. My son don't sleep with a projector on. My son used to sleep in the dark. So I looked. My son would sleep with it on. I looked. I said, my son don't never leave a projector on. I don't know what he saw. He ain't gonna tell me because he don't want to see it again. So I cut it off. But I don't think my son was born with a veil. I don't know. I was out of it a little bit. You don't want to see it. Let me tell you what all you'll see. When it come to that, you just don't see that. You see the aura when somebody, like if I look, the person that I said I'm not sure and I get my information, I knew when she came out here and said she made peace with leaving. I say, oh, I felt that. I was like, mm-mm. And that's why I was trying not to come on here and cry. I felt it. Yeah, I felt it. And I say, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But I knew when my grandmother had stomach cancer and she was falling ill before she died, I felt it. I felt it. When my granddaddy, when he kept asking why I didn't come see him and I would see him in the hospital, I felt it because I seen it. I just seen it and I started crying. My mom told her, what is wrong with you? I never told her that until I was pregnant. And I told her, I say, I knew. She said, what do you mean? You never said nothing. I say, I seen it. I just couldn't take it. I knew she was going to pass. She didn't, it wasn't unexpected. It was unexpected. I put it that way, but it wasn't what people thought. She had surgery and stuff, but I knew because my mama had visitors. And, I felt the visitors. I didn't, because I told you I don't want to see it. If I close my eyes, I could see them. I seen who all came to visit. Because before she told me, she said she had a dream that it was a party, and she was at a party with them. And I saw them, and my son kept saying, she said, I'm just so tired. And I knew they were talking to her. And I said, yeah. And I was like, nah, that should be all right. But deep down, they were coming and talking to her and letting her know, we got a party for you, baby. We got a party. It was never about that. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna talk about that too. It was never about that. I want to talk about certain things. I'm gonna talk about a lot of stuff because I always say, and I used to tell my sister was like, why you always say? They always be like, why you don't say nothing? I don't know what to say. How am I supposed to tell you, hey? But I think she knew because my son said, because she said she tired. He said it too. He said, I don't know, mommy. And I was like, it's gonna be okay. But I never forget when I cried and I sat in the hospital and I was waiting on them. And I just sat there, closed my eyes and prayed. All I seen was her embracing my grandparents and just happy. And I was like, there's 2 minutes later, and I'll never forget that feeling. I felt somebody hug me from my back after I asked God to hold me. And I felt like an armor. It felt so good. It was just like peace. And then I felt my mama hug me. And I said, all right. They came in 2 minutes later. I said, I was just like, all right. I was angry. I cried, but I was like, it is what it is. Like, she was suffering. I don't know what I'm going to do, but if that's what it takes for her not to, I'm cool with that. Now, fast forward to going on 6 years, man, please. Let me tell you something. I'd rather her be protecting me and be on the side of me before anything, because I know I'm good. I got a whole army. A whole army. I ain't mad. Now that I know what's going on, heck yeah. My auntie before that passed away a year. My dad passed 4 months after her. I got a whole army. I got a whole baby within the army. I'm not mad. I'm okay. I was content with it. Do I hate it? I miss it? Absolutely. But the way this world going and how they targeting elders, I'm not mad. I'm telling you something. I'll be in jail. And that's a fact. Yeah. Everybody getting it. That's just me. So, but yeah, y'all, let me go on out of here. I'll talk about it. But yeah, we'll be back with other stuff today. If I got time, after I talk about the Danish deception part 3, we'll jump into it. But what I saw last night, I'm just saying, I just don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. I have been told, oh, that's evil. I never told nobody because it was like, oh, that's evil. That's this. I was just like, I shut up. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, me too. I feel like, let me tell y'all something that y'all that have lost people. I know it's hard and it hurts, but I want you to think of, you have a whole, whenever something is coming against you, you have a whole army of people that's protecting you. You have a whole army of people that's who they were here is going to be who they were when they get there. So that's their job, to protect you. That's what they're supposed to do. No, it's not bad. And I wish people stop saying, oh, it's just, no, baby. God have angels and people that leave here that do job well done and what they were supposed to do, to be with him for a reason. Because like I said before, and I said again, you have right, because they're over there protecting you. You have people waiting on you and protecting you and covering you. Not saying he's not, but he put those people in place. Don't feel like that. Trust me, every time you be like, dang, that was close, that's who's helping protect you. Those are your protections. Don't ever think it's evil. Don't let nobody tell you it's evil. Don't let nobody put it in your mind. No, they are there for that. That's their job. If you can believe in Peter, Gabriel, Michael, you can believe that they are with them too. All right? Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. I don't care what nobody say. That is their job. If they wasn't bad and you know they were here and they protected you, that is their job when they get over there, to continue. They were assigned to you. Don't let nobody tell y'all nothing different. Nothing different. That is not true. God need an army with him for things that need to be done. And don't sit here and say, oh, well, if you think the devil got an army and you more tuned in his army than that, then you got a problem. That's their army. They're resting, yes, but they're there to help you, to guide you. For when it's time to go home, you're home. This ain't your home. This ain't your home. Do you hear me? So don't let nobody tell you no different. They're there. Are they there on the time? No, they're not there on the time watching you. But if you call them, they're there. Go watch the piano lesson when that woman was they were trying to get that evil person out their home, and how she played the piano and her ancestors popped up and got it out of her house. I want y'all to watch that. All you have to do is call on them and God. They got you. They're not to hurt you. The ones that'll hurt you ain't there. Now, the ones that's going to protect you are there. Another thing, before I go, stop calling on them to fight battles that don't do that. Don't do that. They there to fight the battles that need to be fought. You don't call them to put something on somebody. Don't do. That's not what they there for. Stop it. Stop. It don't work. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna do, you know what, y'all? If y'all want me to do a breakdown of sinners, let me know in the comments. Because a lot of people missed it. I will do a whole breakdown video. Oh, I caught it. I seen it twice. I made sure I caught it. Very shout out to Ryan Coolidge. He's doing another one. And I'm with him with Jesse. I wanna, you know what I want Ryan to do? And I talked about her before, and if you followed me since the beginning, I love me some Imani Reyes. Go look her up. Oh my God, the Queen of Kush. Oh my God, I love her so much. Nobody wanna do a a thing about her, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. But I hope he do, because they were trying to do one before, and it was too powerful in their mind. But shout out to Ryan Coolidge. I agree that I do want with Jesse Wu, he need to do a Haitian revolutionary. I do want him to do some African queens and kings movie as well, especially the Queen of Kush. Y'all go look her up. That was a bad baby right there. Oh, I loved her. Mm, mm, I love the heck out of her. Listen, Ryan Coolidge or Jay-Z, I don't care, because you know Jay-Z like doing them too. Please work together and put that together. I would love a Queen of Kush movie. I don't know who y'all gonna get to play it, but that lady, what she did for her country and her people, if y'all don't know, Greece was trying to take over. She went over there with her people. She took her sword and cut that man's head of his statue off and drug it to her tribe, put it under her palace, and he was mad. Baby, that's a bad one right there. I say, oh yeah, come on now. He said, oh, I want to take Africa. She said, what? She said, what you gonna do? Because they were upset with African women, because African women didn't have to. I'm gonna do a history on it. I might, you know what? Yeah, I might talk about this week. African women didn't have to, they were seen as equals with their husbands, for Egyptians too. And I was looking at it on Netflix. Excuse me, I was talking about the Queens. Y'all go watch that. It's the Queens Netflix show. And it broke down how they killed Cleopatra lineage because she wouldn't want to give them Egypt. Baby, and the things Egypt had. See how history repeat itself? It's so good. But y'all, I'm finna go. I'm not gonna wash my hair. Yeah. Yes. 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 Them women and them men were not playing when it came to their people. You wasn't finna take them. I remember there's a scene in there where and they went over to Africa and they tried to change how Christianity was, and y'all know who that was. Y'all will be surprised when y'all find out who it was. Let me drink my coffee. I ain't saying no names. You're gonna be like, is them the same? Them the same folks? Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They didn't want us to know that, Black and Bougie, because we give life. We are the only women, and that's why I say women, you're not just incubators. If you look at your lineage of who you are, we give life. So you got to understand, anything that come through us, we give a breath of life to. That's it. Anything that come through us, we give a breath of life to. So now they want to tell y'all, because they know y'all can do certain things and give life. Oh my God, you're a threat. No, because they don't want us to know the women that have fought and did things while giving life. They want y'all to stay in this little box, confined. They don't want you to know. baby, when y'all know the power, that's why I say women don't know the power they have as women. And I don't like that. But y'all, let me get off. I'm going to do some more stories on that too. So it's a plethora of content coming. I want to thank y'all for watching. Y'all are good over here. Y'all are great over here. We got a lot of content coming. We're going to push it out. I'll be back with 2 of those contents. And then tomorrow, I'm going to do my breakdowns of some things starting tomorrow afternoon. And we're going to keep going from there. Yeah. Oh, yes. We're going to talk about it, how it was these men. And yeah, we're going to talk about it. I want to thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
It's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenally.
Birds singing in the dead of night. Take these